Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with another new piece of steel on the stump. But I'm sure you guys have seen this one before. This one's been around for quite some time. The Condor Bushcraft Parang. So if you're interested in checking this baby out, stay with us. So we'll just hit some quick specs on this thing. I'm not going to go real in depth because, I mean, number one, y'all can look it up, but number two, there's so many videos on this parang here. I'm definitely not the first one to have gotten it. Looking at like around a 20-inch overall length with about a 13-inch blade. Now that's measured from the handle. So, and the actual cutting edge only starts, you know, like a few inches up, so it's only has a about a 10.5-inch cutting length on it. But being the you know, blade's a little longer out there, and you've got that little bit of part here that's, you know, unsharpened, moves your edge out. This thing should chop like none other, so we'll see. Does have a polymer kind of handle, which is a little bit slick. Barehanded with gloves, it'd probably be okay, but we'll see. Of course, I haven't used the thing yet, so I don't know. We'll see. Does have a sharp spine. Now, one major drawback is the old nylon sheath, which isn't real good. But I know used to they had trouble when you would put this in, that this was so tight right here that when you'd put this in, you'd be cutting the sheath. Well, they widened it out, so that's not an issue. But this button or snap can be a little bit of a pain sometimes because the angles and the way it's set up, it's just not real good. Little pocket there, just a little belt loop, leg lash down there. So unfortunately not a good sheath, but you know, of course we can remedy that. So something else here I did want to show, the top salchete. Quite a bit of similarity there. Of course, there's more differences than similarities, but you can see that you should get quite a bit more chopping power out of the parang. So we'll see. Alright, I guess we'll do a little bit of close-up action. I guess I kind of forgot to do that. Kind of has this interesting black and bronze color, I guess obviously from the heat treat, but probably more so the temper would be my guess. And as with a lot of Condor stuff, you know, it's not necessarily the best finishing of it. The blade itself is actually pretty good, but the handle, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it where you guys can see it or not. Trying to here. Let's see what I can do. See how on top of that handle it's just atrocious. They didn't even try to clean that up any, but I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a hard use woods tool, you know. Let's see what it can do. Start out with this. Of course, it's gonna have no trouble. No trouble here, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, no issues with that. That was too easy. See what she'll do with some chopping here. Oh yeah, cleave that right off of there. Kinda. Oh yeah. No sweat. No sweat. I'm barely even hitting this thing. That is awesome. Whoops. Kind of slid a little off of the thing there. Oh yeah. No sweat. Blow right through the piece of oak here. Might not be so easy, but it is kind of seasoned. It's been sitting around a little bit, so. See, I'd break it, so I don't know how well she'll go through it. We'll see. Oh yeah. Oak's a little bit different. There we go. Of course, my aim isn't exactly perfect. I've never used a parang before. But not too bad. Not too bad. Most of the way through on that one. Oh yeah, chops right through it. That is awesome. Hard piece here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't want to chop in sideways. Man, that thing is pretty sweet. Let's try it with no glove on, because I think I'm gonna have to wrap the handle with some of that grip tape. You know, that hockey stick tape, because I may not always want to wear gloves, and I don't know how much this thing will slip and slide. We'll see. Not too bad, actually. You know what? I think it's all right. Like it. Yeah. I like that thing. Yeah. I like it. Well, that was a pretty quick look, I guess, at the Condor Bushcraft parang. Definitely recommend that thing. And pick that thing up for, I don't know, 60, 65 bucks, I think, somewhere around there. I think that's what I got this one for. But there'll be a lot more testing to be done on it, so we'll see how it works out. But so far, I am definitely pleased with it. So glad you guys spent some time with me here today. And if you didn't see my last video, go back and check it out. some stuff in there you probably want to know about. So, again, thanks for coming by. Take care. And this is what it looks like after the Forestry Service does a controlled burn. And that's where I removed that other big piece of fatwood there from the other last time I was here, which that whole entire log there is in fact fatwood. I know it's good for the forest to be burned off like this, but still, it's just terrible. And it definitely takes care of all the undergrowth and all the stuff that could catch fire and burn, you know, out of control. So, is what it is, I guess. It's off. So, I mean, it's kind of good. It gets rid of a lot of the junk, but I mean, at the same time, it also destroys some of the good fatwood. Now, believe it or not, it doesn't really burn it all up because, I mean, it's so dense, you know, that fatwood really burns best when it's shaved up, you know, and chopped up and whatnot. But so there is still some. I brought the Condor Bushcraft because it needs a little bit more than that other little short video, which you probably saw before this, because I think I'm gonna put it all in one. Instead of carrying this on my hip, I just threw a little shoulder strap on it, carry it baldric. It's much easier to carry that way. You can just slide it out of your way when you don't need it, because otherwise it's hanging way down here off the belt and it's just a pain. So anyway, enough yakking. Let's do a little work with this parang. You can hear how hard that is. That's solid fatwood, I have no doubt about it. That's just some light chopping there, no nothing too serious. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make kydex for this though. This here would probably be good a log as any. With the, you see I did a little bit of chopping with the parang, but just want to kind of see the difference, you know, between the Camp 10 and the parang. So let's count some strikes here. We'll see. We'll just go with 6, kind of real quick here. See where that gets us. So. Go a few more than that. Alright, well there was 10, and as you can see it's moving around and all that, so I mean not exactly the best platform. And also you can see there's a big difference between the two, you know, as far as blade length and all that. So not exactly the same here, but we did 10 with the Camp 10. Let's do 10 with the parang. That was 10 there. Alright, so that one all the way to the right was the first parang. And then the one, sorry about that, the one right there in the middle was just now with it, and the camp ten's all the way to the left. So you can see the parang does chop better. And see how we've got this piece sticking up right here out of that. Well, there's what's left of the tree that was here and fell. And this is what's left sticking up after they've burned. And guarantee you that's some good fatwood right there. As always, you can see the knobs sticking off of it. And those knobs are always a real good indicator of fatwood. Well, this one in particular even has sap. Let's see if I can get up on it here where you can see it. Even has sap coming out of it from the heat. So you might think that that would make it not as good, but I don't know. I've had some pieces that seem to be better. Yeah, you might think that would you know, cause all the resin to come out of it and not be as good, but I've had some that seemed like it was better after they've come through and burned like this. So bust out the old parang. I think this is going to be my primary fatwood blade here. This thing is good, good, good. You see, it's hard. Oh yeah. Smells wonderful. Give you a little look-see there. You can see how it's got all the resin still in it. I'll raise you up here. I want to show you my shirt in case you were seeing it, wondering what it said. Hopefully you can read that. It says the 3% willing to take a bullet for America. Yes, indeed. And when people say too, you know, that, you know, when you're in the woods, you'll even find trash. Well, I just stepped on that right there. Broken up glass bottle. Might just get my saw a piece off. Might be better. Yeah, I mean, that's good in there. It's a good piece. I think I will get the saw. I'm almost halfway through it already with this. This parang is good stuff. Cut this thing off. Again, the big boy with the extra large teeth, I think's the best fatwood saw. It doesn't seem to gum up as bad. You can see just how saturated that still is. because when they burn through pretty quick. So I mean, I know the outsides of this are burnt, but it mainly just burns off all the dead and decaying wood, and the good stuff doesn't really get touched. It doesn't burn long enough to really cause a problem there. Go for right here. My pieces of log up a little bit so it doesn't try to pinch my blade. That thing's heavy. That's that whole tree. Awesome, awesome saw. Try to get one more piece here. Oops. There's what it looks like inside. And those dark bands right up there, it's all resin. I got my pieces stacked up there, and I've got my little puller that I made in the other video, but you don't know that because I haven't posted it yet. Tie a timber hitch on here, which, if y'all don't know what that is, you just go up. I'll probably go around this too, why not? Just go up, loop it back around. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Hopefully you can. Go back around, and then just twist it around many times as you can, basically. But I would say at least 6 to 8 times around, if you know you can. All right, and then that'll tighten up. For the next portion, you take your paracord there, loop like that, pull that up, pull that through, and that's where your toggle would go. Show you that one more time. Okay, up like that, then take your loop, lay it over your string like that, pull that through. Alright, put your toggle in there, and then just pull it up tight. And that is how you do a marline spike hitch and a timber hitch, which will make dragging this thing out much easier. But maybe I will before I post this one. Nah, this one will still be posted first. But anyways, just a quick rundown. I use this to drag my pieces of wood instead of just carrying them in my arm. Holds good enough for dragging or not. It might be too big. May have to make the other kind of carrier for all this. Yep, you can see it'll drag it just fine. That's a lot of heavy wood too. But I think it'll work. Or at least mostly anyway.